It looks like a Sarita warrant for a driving on a suspended license. So I am going to set the hearing for June 4th at 8:30, but note that you're in custody, so the judge there will see that, not issue a warrant if you're still in custody, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and that's it, sir. And Aho, if you're ready, we can do you guys whenever you're ready. You're ready, okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Candace.
All right, you're charged with domestic violence, interference with judicial proceedings, violation of a court order. So I am going to order you not to have any contact with Thomas Evans and not to go to his residence. Is that what the court order says too?
Yes, ma'am.
No acts of domestic violence. And you need to be back in Pima County Justice Court on June 4th at 8:30 or at 10:30, I'm sorry, 10:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. And you'll get a copy of the state, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's not in Aho, just
Yeah.
okay. 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 All right. So we show you as in you need to be in Pima County Justice Court. All right. And you're released with those conditions. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Aho. Do I have a public defender yet? And I don't have a county attorney yet, so I can only do misdemeanors, you guys. I don't have a, oh, now I do have a county attorney. Great. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. What's your name, sir? All right. You are charged with one count of drive-by shooting. And
Evening,
who are you?
Spanish interpreters on the line, Judge.
Okay, you can be excused. He decided he didn't need one this time. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Judge. Are we talking about Mr. Gabon?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, bye. All right, so you're charged with one count of drive-by shooting, and counsel, the state's asking for $100,000 bond. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. He's a juvenile. He's 17 years old. It looks like he has no criminal history. He is a lifelong resident of Tucson and has ties to the community. His family lives here. He lives with his parents and can continue to reside with them. He currently is in high school full-time, and he also works part-time and would like to keep his job. Given the lack of criminal history, the ties to the community, and the other mitigating circumstances, I'd ask you set the bond in this matter at $10,000.
Okay. And I have the county attorney's recommendation. And I have pretrial services recommendation. And now I'm looking at ARS 8305C3 because I have to consider those additional factors when we have a juvenile in a adult facility. And I think the only one that really meets this is the nature and circumstances of the alleged offense. But those are really serious. And I guess I'm supposed to decide. Do you guys think, is that what you get? That I'm supposed to decide that whether he should be detained in the juvenile detention center or the adult facility under the statute?
Yes, Your Honor. Maureen Mahalik for the state, and the state is requesting being housed at the adult facility, given the factors and the seriousness of this offense.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I would ask that he be housed at the juvenile facility. Again, he has no criminal history, so he hasn't posed any risk to the public in the past, and he's supposed to be presumed innocent of this offense. The juvenile facility is a secure facility. It'll be more appropriate for his age. He'll get to continue getting his high school credits there. And it is secure. So community's going to be safe whether he's there or whether he's here. And I would ask, based on his age and developmental point in his life, that he be housed at the juvenile facility.
All right. And if I hold him at the juvenile facility, I'm just holding him without a bond, correct?
Yes.
And I have to do in the interest of blah, blah, blah. Well, it is noted on our instructions from Judge Liskey that he will be kept separate, including sight and sound, from any adults. And so I think given the nature of the charges, I am going to hold him on a $50,000 bond in the adult facility for now. I will appoint the public defenders to represent Mr. De Los Reyes, order him not to have any contact with any of the victims, not to return to the incident location, no firearms, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and if the bond is posted, released to pretrial services. And the preliminary hearing will be June 16th at 1:30. And that's all. Who does do you know who Mr. Fisher already has for a lawyer for his hold in justice court? Can you tell who Mr. Fisher already has as a lawyer in justice court? Does it look Oh, okay, because he's got a bond, like a $2,000 bond in justice court. Oh, it is? Okay. All right. What's your name, sir?
Ralph Hodane Fisher, ma'am.
All right. I am seeing you on a criminal trespass charge out of justice court and a failure to appear. So I am going to hold you on $100 bond since you already have a hold, and appoint Jill Gookin to represent you and set your court date for the 27th in justice court, although they may move that just because you have your other holds. So, but this way you're getting credit for
Thank you.
while you're in there. Okay.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right. And that's it, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Please give him an end date. I don't know what I was thinking. What's your name?
Balichko.
All right, you've got a domestic violence charge and a warrant and a possession of drug paraphernalia from today. So I am going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you got to come back to court June 4th at 8:30 on both of those, or warrants will issue for your arrest, okay?
Okay.
All right, that's it, sir.
I can see right there.
Thanks.
Freeman.
What's your name?
Michael Freeman.
Charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage. If I release you, it's going to be with the condition you have no contact with Kelsey Freeman and not return to her residence. Can you comply with that?
Yes.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, and you've got to come back to justice court on June 4th at 10:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest. All right? All right, you're released with those conditions.
Oh. I'll take it back to my.
What's your name?
Charles Holt.
All right, you got a justice court warrant for driving on a suspended license. I'm going to release you on that, and you have to be in court June 4th at 8:30. I know you've got another hold, so if you're not, they'll look for you in jail. I haven't noted that you're in there. And then you've got a city court case. It looks like a failure to appear. And so that's from June 30th. So I'm going to appoint the city public defender to just follow along with your felony and set this for July 18th at 9 o'clock. If you get out, come to court that date, all right? And you'll get all the paperwork. Okay.
Smith.
What did I do? Oops. It should be Ajo Justice Court. No, I could just amend it. Yeah. All right. What's your name?
Sheila Smith.
All right. You've got a new charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, and then an older charge with a warrant of criminal trespass. So I'm going to order you not to return to any incident locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and on those cases, you need to come back to court June 4th at 8:30, or warrants will issue for your arrest. And then you've also got a city court case of violation of a court order. So come back to court on that one, June 23rd, or a warrant will issue for your arrest, and you're released on everything.
Thank you.
Sarah. Well,
What's your name?
Jerry Ruby.
All right, you got a shoplift and drug paraphernalia charge from today. I'm going to order you not to go back to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to set a court date for you in justice court June 4th at 8:30. If you are still in custody, we have that noted so they can look for you before they issue a warrant. If you're out of custody, come to court, okay?
Thank you,
Okay. What's your name?
Joe Espinosa.
Charged with 2 counts of domestic violence assault, 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to order you not to commit acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you need to come back to court July 8th at 2 o'clock, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Shall I do it?
Yep, they'll give you the paperwork. Yep. Okay, you're released.
Thank you.
Where am I getting these dates? I'm making them up. What's your name?
Bianca Hernandez.
All right, you have a warrant for drug paraphernalia charge out of city court. So I'm going to note that you've got a felony, give you a city public defender to follow that case along, and then if you get out of custody, come out of court on July 18th at 9 o'clock for this drug paraphernalia case, okay?
Okay.
All right, that's it, ma'am. Screwing up those dates.
Lieutenant Sheriff Espinosa.
What's your name?
Cynthia Espinosa.
You're charged with domestic violence, assault, domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I am going to order you not to commit acts of domestic violence. Just a sec. Check this. And no alcohol or illegal drugs. And you need to come back to court July 7th at 9 o'clock in city court, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. All right?
Okay, thank you.
And you're released. What's your name, sir?
Lorenzo Mosquera.
All right, you are charged with domestic violence, kidnapping, attempted murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault charging temporary but substantial injury, and counsel of the state's asking for $150,000 bonds. Heard?
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like he has no criminal history. He is a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. He currently has a stable housing situation, and his mother could take third-party custody and provide anything needed for him to show up in court. He's also currently employed. He is 21, so he's relatively young. I'd ask you to set the bond in this matter at $50,000.
Okay. Well, I think that these are very serious allegations, and I think I'm going to go along with what the state asked for, $150,000 bond, no contact with the victims, no return to the victim's residence or work, no firearms, surrender any other firearms that you might have, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, $150,000 bond, pretrial services if posted, and appoint the public defender's office. And the next court date will be June 4th at 1:30 for a preliminary hearing. What's your name?
Alina Ray Soto.
All right, you are charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And counsel of the state's asking for a $5,000 bond. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. She currently has no felony conviction. She had one prior where she earned a redesignation as a misdemeanor. She's lived in Tucson for 15 years and has ties to the community. Pretrial service spoke to her grandparents, and she has housing available with them. I'd ask you set the bond in this matter at $2,500.
Okay. I will appoint the public defender. I will order the defendant not to have any contact with Miss Martinez, not to return to her residence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. I think 5,000 is pretty reasonable. I'm going to stick with that. 5,000 if posted pretrial services. June 4th at 1:30 will be the preliminary hearing. I also have another case for Miss Ray Soto, so give me a second. And then, Miss Ray Soto, you have a domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct from April 2nd of this year. And I am going to, and a failure to appear, it looks like. No, maybe not. It looks like maybe they cited you at the jail. Let's see. I can't. Anyway,
That was, I didn't go to jail.
but
Okay.
it's from April 22nd. So I'm going to order you not to have any contact with the victim, not to return to her residence, no acts of domestic violence, no alcohol, no firearms or other weapons. And I'm going to hold you on a $2,500 bond and appoint the public defender from the city to represent you. And your next court date will be June 4th at 1:30.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
All right, what's your name, sir?
Antonio Sutherland.
All right, you're charged with felony burglary in the 3rd degree. And the state's asking for a $5,000 bond. Counsel, did you want to be heard?
Your Honor, I would note that he's lived in Tucson for 50 years and has ties to the community. He also has a stable housing situation. I also understand that he has high risk scores and many priors, and so I'd ask you to set the bond at $4,000.
Okay. All right. I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Sutherland, order him not to go back to the incident location, no contact with the victim in that case, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms. I will set the bond at $5,000. Pretrial services if posted. June 4th at 1:30 will be the preliminary hearing. Then Mr. Sutherland has many cases. So let's talk about those for a minute. Let's see. You've got one from today, Mr. Sutherland, failure to comply with a court order. And I will start out with telling you not to have any contact with Anne Marie McDowell.
Ask a question. Who's my
Uh-huh. No. Did you want to ask a question or no, is he over it now?
Where, where, from my understanding, it was a beer run. What place turned into a burglary?
I'll let your public defender explain that, but now I'm on your, let's see, shoplift from May 25th. Don't go back to that location either, or Miss McDowell's residence. I am now looking at all your warrants for failure to appear on a shoplift, disorderly conduct, criminal trespass and threats, and criminal trespass. So on all of those, don't go back to any of the incident locations. I'll give you a city public defender. I will hold you on $1,000 bond, and your next court date will be June 4th at 1:30. And that's it. Will you fill in the dates for that one for me on the second page? Thank you. All right, thank you all. That was lovely.